Hello. Okay, let me turn one setting on here. Okay, so late stream, busy day, and yeah, sorry. It's a late stream. One of these days, maybe I'll get a normal schedule again. Okay, so um, I'm actually surprised I have a little bit of energy right now because I had a terrible night last night. Um, and I didn't go to sleep until 5 a.m. this morning. Uh, some health issues. Okay, so I'm going to start with my warm up before I play some rapid, and I'm going to do puzzle streak. So let me jump right in on that. So this should win the rook, and I guess we have a lot of pawns, so we can afford to trade. This is mate, and this is mate in 2, and uh, the only thing I can think of right now is queen g3, king h1, queen h3, and then knight g4. But I'm not 100% sure of that. What else could it be here? I don't know. Yeah, I think I don't like this one because it's suggesting that it should be simple. I'm going to look at this. Yeah, it ends there. It ends far too soon. Yeah, and then you go knight g4, but this is not so simple. Yeah, we can take the bishop now. That's a terrible puzzle for the rating. Okay, moving on. This wins a piece. Why can't I just take the rook? Pretty weird. And I've got, no, I don't have bishop g2. Oh, so I have check and then queen g5, which wins. Wait, hang on one second. No, this is trickier than, because first of all, he has queen g4 here. I guess I could win the exchange by doing this and then takes. Okay, I guess I could win the exchange that way. And if he moves the king, I think it's the same thing. Yeah, this is... Okay, yeah, so he goes the silly way. And this wins the rook. That's the type of tactic I'm expecting at this level. This is mate in 2. We have a fork. I think I can... yeah, I can give a check. And then after takes, I can take his queen, and I'll be up a rook. Okay, I am white. I'm white? Well, this seems like a knockout, so kind of strange. And when I say strange, I just mean it's so easy. It's like, why is it a puzzle? So this wins a pawn and the exchange. So I'll do that. I think I can just take on e4. And his black's king does not look safe. If I give a queen check, he might be okay there. Maybe not actually, because if queen g4, I have g3, and then rook h2 is mate. So it's the same thing if he plays, yeah, it's the same thing here. So I think it is queen g3. Okay. Check, and then I'm up material here, removing the defender. So we have another check. If he brings the king up, I can then just take his bishop, and then I'm up a piece. And if he blocks with the queen, same thing. I can just take the queen, and then the bishop. Okay, this should be like a mate in 2, 1, 2. And queen c6 wins the bishop, from what I can tell. Okay, this is an interesting one. Push the pawn. Or pin him, because it's a rook a6, and if he plays rook a8, I just start marching the pawn. And if he wants to trade, then I trade, and then I march. I think it might be rook a6. If he brings in his king, I'm too quick. And if white tries rook a1 and a3 and check, that just doesn't lead to anything. So I think it's rook a6 here. Yeah. Okay. They're throwing in some difficult ones for the ratings, I think. Okay, so we're down a knight. We have a pawn for a knight. So I need something big here. I need something big. This one's difficult. This one's difficult. Oh boy. I'm not seeing it. I don't have any idea. Wow, I have no clue. I really have no clue. It's not good. How is this rated 1500? That's me whining that because I can't figure it out. But no, but how is this rated 1500? What am I missing? I don't see myself like trapping a knight. It might be taking on d4 and then no, I was going to say yeah, and then maybe bishop b5 because his queen. Well, sorry, yeah, queen doesn't matter, but so bishop d4, e takes d4, bishop b5 check, and after bishop d7, then see that's what I mean. Then it's a dead end. Bishop takes d4, e takes d4. Bishop b5 check. Bishop d7. Then there might be yeah, then okay, I'm gonna go with that line. I'm not 100% sure, but then if king takes d7, I have queen g4. But that seems very like I'm really not sure about this. Okay, so he recaptured this way. This might just be a bad puzzle. So bishop c6 is interesting, or b6 is interesting because if he takes, then I have two threats. Although he can deal with them. Although then I have h4. This puzzle's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Bishop b6, like in a game, I might play that. Although I wonder if knight c3 is a thing. Knight c3 he might have. And then it's not so clear. So I could take and then again queen g4. Oh wait, no, I don't. Oh man, what's up with this puzzle? It's so hard. Why is it so difficult? Okay, well, let me look at bishop b6 again. So he can't ignore it, right? He has to take it. Otherwise, I'm just taking another piece and I'm up a pawn and two passers, right? So bishop b6, queen takes b6. I take on e4. I'm down a piece. Knight g5. And then that, you know, I'm still down a piece. We have a lot of play on the queen side, but I'm not 100% sure I feel comfortable with that. If I take the bishop and he takes my bishop, I can recapture. Now I'm up 2 pawns for the piece. His king's still in center. I probably have ample compensation, but I'm yeah, this puzzle is just ridiculous. I have to think like a weaker player, because like what would they be playing here? Probably they would just trade. That's probably what most players would do. Geez. I hate how Leicester throws in like randomly difficult ones. Well, to me they're difficult. So yeah, not sure about that. Bishop b6 is still interesting. They're kind of similar. Those are the only 2 moves that I can think of. Nothing else makes sense to me. So bishop b6, queen takes b6, queen takes e5, knight g. I'm gonna go this. Okay, it's wrong. So what a freaking hard puzzle. And why is it rated 1500? I'm pretty angry about that. But it wants me to take on d5, and then, oh my god, I don't know why I didn't see this, honestly. That's sad. I didn't see that I could just take the knight. That's scary. That is scary that I didn't see that. That being said, the move before that was still tricky. This was the first move, bishop takes d4, because I wasn't looking at bishop takes d5 from the opponent. Not sure what. I forget what I had planned. I think I was going to play bishop b5 had he taken, which, yeah, is the best move, because then after bishop d7, yeah, there's queen, we can take, and then queen g4 if he takes with the king. No, this was underrated. Now, yeah, afterwards I should have seen that I'm just recapturing on e4, but this puzzle is not supposed to be that difficult. Okay, well, I have to do it again. I got to start from the beginning. So I have a fork here. But it seems a little slow. Yeah, so there's mate. Okay, whoops, took me that long to find it. And we are black. So can I not just push my pawn? And this check shouldn't harm me. And so if he goes rook a1, then I can just bring up my king. To me, that's good enough. And this is mate. And I am white. Why is he giving me a free rook? Pretty weird. There's this stupid bug that's been flying around my office all day. Very annoying. Just boom in front of my face. Just one little bug, but it bugs me. Okay, so we're down a pawn. We could take a pawn and give a fork, which is what I'm looking at. Kind of a dumb puzzle. And this should be just mate. And bishop g6 is looking good. Maybe knight f. Oh no, yeah. So maybe bishop g6. If he takes our knight, I take his rook. And he does get some play there, but The only other option I think would be to bring the queen back, but this, no, I think we want to take here. And then a fork looks good to me. So we have rook g1. And then we're just infiltrating. I don't think we have to calculate it beyond that. And then here, I should be able to just take his queen. This check shouldn't bother me. And I am black. So here, this old good nugget, that little thing, that good old tactic. I can take the rook, and he can take my knight. It's not that scary. I would be up the exchange. So that might just be it right there. I think that's what I'm going to do. That was not a cool puzzle. This should pick up the bishop, from what I can tell. I don't see how he protects it. And this check looks pretty good. That seems to be mate in 2. And I can take and then bishop g5, and he can't protect that rook anymore. Okay, I'm black. Well, there's only one check, so let's entertain that idea. And then we have another check. And we win the queen. Okay, so here we win a bishop, I think, because we're threatening mate. I'm just verifying because he can give us a check in return. But I simply move my king and I should be okay. And okay, well, I can just trade queens and then take on e6. Hello, Ryan G. The G-man. The G-ster. Okay, we have a fork here. Don't really have to think about that. Okay. We have rook g3. Looks good to me. I shall play it. And this should be a hook mate in 2. Verifying. But it looks to be a mate in 2. This should be a mate in 2. And this cool little tactic, boom, boom. Double fork, as I call it. It's not really double fork. I should call it something like an advanced fork or like a advancing pawn fork. But had something like this in my game a couple days ago. So if he recaptures, or if he captures, I can recapture, is what I'm trying to say. And if he pushes, I think I can even just move the knight because his issues would remain. Okay, so there's a free knight for me, which looks good. I don't know why we can't just take that knight. I mean, I'm up a rook here. So what's the deal? Maybe because I mean, if he takes our bishop, we're just mating him. So I'm not concerned about that. If he plays bishop h2, then I think I can just take on, or h7, then I can take on h2. I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, so takes. So bishop takes d6. Bishop takes h7. Ryan, no, I'm broke. And it cost me a fortune to go to the mainland. Yeah, no, I'm broke right now. And I'll be broke for the foreseeable future. It cost me about $1,000 to play in the tournament on the mainland. Yeah, so what were they talking about? Oh yeah, so if bishop h7, I don't know. That's a real concern. That's a legitimate concern. Possibly I have check and then check here. I think I might. That's a difficult calculation though for 20. So take on d6, bishop h7. That's probably not what the computer will play because it's. But yeah, takes. Sorry, and then rook g1, rook takes g1, and then queen takes d5. Oh, wait. That doesn't work. Because then he just plays rook g2. Maybe I can just maybe I can even just bring the queen back. Queen takes d6, bishop h7, and then queen e7. Then if he like comes here, then I have rook h7. Oh wait, that doesn't work. Huh. I'm not sure what to do about bishop takes h7. Maybe I don't take the knight. Maybe I don't take the knight. The puzzles are hard today, or else I'm just getting worse. Could be both. Okay, I'm going to take the knight, and then I don't fully see the solution, but yeah, I suspect that the computer wouldn't play the best move because I just don't see 1500 rated players finding it. Yeah, so let me look at this with the engine on the move that concerned me, bishop h7. So there's many moves that win. Check here. I considered this. Oh, then we just go rook h7. Yeah, that would have been the simplest way forward. Yeah. Bing, bang, boom. And yeah, then check here. Should be winning. Okay. But yeah, kind of some tricky puzzles Lee Chess has in here today. So I think I just go h7. The best that black can do here is give me a check. Once my stream is over, why once my stream is over? Once my stream is over, I'll be going to bed. Hello, Galloway's fan. Yes, that's true, Galloway's fan. But that's what I'm saying. But the moves that I find, they trouble me the most, though, right? So, I didn't see solutions to some of the moves those were maybe more pragmatic moves to play. Anyways, H7. So if he gives us a check on E5, I that could be a problem. No, I guess I can just take it, and then he can get my pawn, but then I'm eating all of this. And if he gives me a check on D8, I can just take here again. So yeah, this should be fine. We let him take the pawn, but we eat everything else. Wait, no, hang on. Sorry, no, in this case, because he didn't give me the check here. In this case, king G6, because he can't stop me from queening. Well, he can. Well, no, he can't even. Okay, sorry. And brain's a little fuzzy. So I am black. So I'm in check. Okay, so I mean, I only have 3 options. If I go to D6, the thing is I'm already hitting his rook, but if I hit it again, he needs to move the rook somewhere, because if he gives me a check, I'm just going to take the rook, and he can't attack my rook or anything like that. So he needs to move the rook, and his rook is a little short on squares, but he has some options. So let's say he goes to E8. I do have a check, but it kind of fizzles out. Oh my God. I'm tired. I can just take the rook. You know what's funny? Apart from the fact that I just completely missed that. What's funny is it's not just me. This is level 22. Wait, how come? Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Somebody should have told me. Boom. I'm on level 22, and so I'm not the only one that didn't see that I can just take. Wait, what? Oh my God, the knight is checking me. Okay. I was so for people that are just tuning in now, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream that I woke up, like, no, not woke up. I was up until 5 a.m. I didn't go to sleep until 5 a.m. this morning because I had a terrible stomachache for like 8 hours or 10 hours. And so I didn't then I went to sleep for like 5 hours. And long story short, my brain isn't working great. So first of all, I missed that the rook is under attack, but I'm under check. So I apparently forgot how to play chess. But yeah, getting back to my original idea of king d6. Yeah, it's scary when your brain turns off like that. You know, very scary. But king d6. So yes, he moves. He can move. He can give us a check immediately, but he can also just move anywhere, almost anywhere. But yeah, let's say he gives us a check. Okay. And I go to D7. I don't see what my follow-up is. So I don't know. This puzzle is kind of messing me up. Now, maybe I can refute some of the other possible moves. If I go to B6, we're not quite mated yet. We would have A6, but it looks a little scary. But we might actually be okay there. And yeah, if I move, if I move my king, then his rook is under attack once again. So he gives us a check. I don't know. What this is hard. Why can't I play chess anymore? Why can't I play chess? I don't know why this is so hard for me. King d6. Do you guys see it? Just don't tell me the answer, but have you guys solved it yet? So I don't know. I can go here, check, and then I just Everything just seems so slow. I don't see what I don't see what I'm doing here. Okay, you guys both see it? Is it really easy and I'm just super tired, or just don't tell me the answer, but it's fairly difficult. Okay, good. That makes me feel better. So pretending that I'm not in check right now, do I have any immediate follow-ups? Well, maybe. I have a check here. And then I'm threatening the rook. Well, I already am threatening the rook, but pretend his rook isn't where it is. It's not so clear. So I don't know if I like that. I could also give a check this way, or a check this way. But I don't see like a forced win. This one's really pushing my buttons here. So his rook is limited on squares. You know, he has 3 squares, I think. No, I guess he has got 4. No, he's got a lot of squares actually. So he's got a lot of options. At least 6 squares he can go to. And after he moves somewhere, that's where I'm hoping to have a good follow-up, but I don't really see much. Then I have is this mate? That's mate. Wow. So there is a mate around the corner in some cases. Now, what if he blocks by going to E2? Then I have a fork. So yeah, it might just be, so maybe king d6. If he goes this direction to b5, I think I can probably still give a check. Although it's not super clear, but it's tricky. Would this ever be? Would this ever make sense? To me, it makes more sense to hit the rook. Yeah, so I'm going to go here. Yeah, and then yes, and then check, and then I forget what my follow-up plan was here. I thought I had like a. I thought I had a mating. I thought I had a mating plan. I'm really not on the ball today. Oh yeah, then it was here mate. Although here he'll have to sack the exchange. I think that's what it was. Yeah. So now if he goes to the A file, this is not quite mate. We either win the exchange or I just can't envision. Yeah, then there's the mate there. Yeah, so I will give the check, and then let me not. And then I want to look at it with the engine after. That was tough. I know I'm tired, but that's a tough puzzle for 1500. I always like to complain about when it's hard for me, the complexity of it, but that was not simple. That was not, whoops. That was not simple. Yeah, so had this happened, wait, whoops. Wow. See, this is underrated. Yeah. Then we go up. No, that's a tough puzzle. I don't know why it's rated. The reason it's rated 1500 is because most players are guessing. They see that they're in check and they're like, well, we have three options. Let's just go here because we're hitting the rook. But so lower rated players just kind of guess into it, and then it didn't end there, did it? No, but then the computer makes another kind of silly move, and then they see this. So maybe they saw two moves ahead, but there's a lot of side moves to consider. Anyways, for me it was tough, as you saw. Moving on, making excuses. Being finished with the excuses. I can win a piece here, but that would put me up a pawn. But I'm hoping for more than that. I'm hoping for more just being up a pawn. Now, our pieces are active versus white's inactive pieces, so that's a plus on its own. It's probably going to just be knight d4. Ryan G, maybe I'll think about it. I don't really like to play viewers, but I might. If I ever finish this, eh? But yeah, getting back to this. So, I mean, I would be a pawn up. And actually, not necessarily. But my discoveries are too strong, I think. But I wouldn't necessarily... Well, I guess the check, right, would indeed win material. Yeah, because I don't see how I'm making progress otherwise. Yeah, I don't like that puzzle either. It's just a pawn. So here I should be able to take the knight. He has to recapture. And then I simply, I mean, because my pawns will self-protect. So, okay. And I can take, and then I have a discovery. The question is, can he, no, and then my rook defends my knight. So take, check, king g7, and then rook takes. And I don't think he can't attack my, oh, he can attack my knight. But then or my rook, I mean, but that's okay. Actually, no, he can't. Yeah, so I should be able to just go with that. Now, another question though is why not take... Actually, I've got a discovery on his queen. Oh, and I just realized, yeah, so the reason the first line doesn't work is because I'm already down a piece. So I need more than that. So it's just knight f6 then. Yeah, I'm not on the ball today. I've been so busy with work and other stuff lately. Okay, so I think I can just trade rooks here. So rook h8, take, his knight's way too far, and this should be winning. And I am white. So I could give a check first, and he needs to stay on his knight, and then I have a fork here. Yeah, that should be it. And maybe I can attack the queen and then get into g8. So rook g4. And then if queen f8, yeah, rook g8. So I think that seems like a plan to me. Okay, back on track. Okay, so if knight h6, king h8, I can then take on f7, and I'll be up the exchange there. That it's not flashy. We just get a little bit of material, but yeah, check, knight f7, rook f7. I'm going to go with that. Yeah, it's not super flashy. I think this is going to be mate in 2, opening up the h5 square for my rook. So if he moves the king, then rook h5. And if he takes, then rook h5. Either way, rook h5. And okay, so I have a check. And yeah, Ryan, I'll play you again. I don't really like playing viewers, but I'll play you a game after this. So rook d1, check, and he has to play knight c1. And then there's got to be a win there. If rook takes c1, so let me do it. Okay, so rook d1, knight c1, rook takes c1 check, and then queen takes c1, queen b3 check, but then he has queen. No, it's just mate. Yeah, so rook d1, rook c1, rook takes c1, queen takes c1, queen a2 is mate. There's like a woodpecker of that. I think c7. So c7, if he goes king d7, I just take his bishop. And if he takes, yeah, my bishop, then I take his bishop. I mean, if he takes my pawn, I take his bishop. Okay, so we have a discovery on his queen. So here, and then if he goes to a light square, I can win his queen. So queen h4, and yeah, and then we take the rook. Okay, and here I didn't have anything planned, but we have a lot of material, so I think I can just go to d7 and protect against queen takes c6. And he can move his bishop, but nowhere good. And I am up the exchange here. Yeah. I think that's going to be it. And then last one. Thankfully, it's the last one. So let's look at forcing moves here. There's actually a check on g7. Or g8, I mean. So how about rook g7? He can't take with the bishop, otherwise it's a mate in 2. And if he goes to h8, then I have, yeah, this is going to be it. That's a nice one. Okay, I'm done finally. That took forever. It took 2 tries and about 50 minutes. Sorry about that. The stream has basically been me just doing puzzles. It's must not be fun to watch, but it is what it is. Okay, Ranji, let me know your username, and then I'll challenge you to a game. I'm sure you'll destroy me. But that's okay. So you can send me a message on Lichess, or you can just put it in the chat here what your username is. It'd be nice if I could change the stream title from here. Okay, Ryan Galling. Okay, let me decide what I want to do here. Provisional. I don't like the provisional, man. You got to play some games. I'll tell you what. So I don't like playing provisional accounts. So play some games, and then next time I stream, once you get your RD down, we can play. You're waiting. Well, your RD is 110. So it means your rating is not. Well, no, because I'm peak sitting on chess.com, right? I set a new personal best there like a week ago. So I'm peak sitting there. We could do, but you don't have any games. You don't really play. Your RD is so high. I guess that's because you don't play on chess.com. Yeah, so play more games on Lichess, get your rating deviation down, and then we can play, okay? I think that's a fair request. See, the problem for me is you're much better than 1700 rapid. You just haven't played many games. So it won't take you too many games. It probably even like 6 or 7 games, you'll probably drop down to a rating deviation of like 60 or 70. Okay, but it's just because I know you're stronger than 1700. You know, you're probably at least 2000, right? Okay, so I am going to play a normal game, a rapid. If it gets paired up. Okay, so I'm playing Radivoj Kolik. I'm sure I butchered that pronunciation. We have a Karo Khan. Okay, I haven't been playing too much. I've been doing so many puzzles, and anyways, we have a Tartakower variation here, which is pretty popular these days. Yeah, so there's a guy at my chess club who plays this, I think, but I don't want to. I think 92 is better because I don't really want to trade bishops here. I think 92 is what I end up playing, because I haven't played this guy at my chess club he hasn't been there for like a year or at least, but sometimes he played bishop f5, and yeah, I don't really like to trade bishops here. It's okay to do that, but yeah, so because this is my good bishop, I don't want to trade it off. So knight g3, and then if queen e7, we do trade. Okay, he doesn't go. Okay, so I think I go queen e2. Again, I don't know this line very well, but I actually think I go queen e2, I just remember it. I just remember, yeah. And then I think I actually trade, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think I remembered correctly up to this point. I want to trade. Now, black has the crippled majority, which I talk about in my book, available in bookstores near you, available on Amazon. So basically, if I keep trading material like minor pieces, it's gives me a tiny edge because of the crippled majority for black. Okay, so I don't know how to continue from here. I guess I'm casting kingside, maybe. And so let's bring the bishop out so that we can castle. I heard you have to do that if you want to castle. And I'll probably just castle next move. And bishop f4 is kind of on my radar, but I am not sure about it. So I've got bishop d2, or I could just go rook e1 right now. Rook e1 right. Or maybe f4? f4, f5? I might have missed the boat on that one. Okay, so I'm sure this is quite equal, but I could also go bishop e3. I normally don't play that though, because like c5. Maybe b4, but I'm kind of okay. Can I don't know if I can go b4, but I'm going to do it. Just clamping down on c5. This would be fun for me to analyze later. Yeah, well, we go to b3. Ooh, he's okay. So knight d5, and he's softening up the c pawn. I guess I'll just play bishop d2. But then he can come in here, and it's starting to get a bit annoying. But yeah, this is enjoyable. I will analyze this opening after. Yeah, okay. So I would like to make equal trades still. Yeah, I'm still not sure about if I want bishop e3 or bishop d2. I guess I will go bishop d2. Ooh, here though, it's a little scary, but okay, yeah, let's go bishop d2. And then he might go to the e file and then take my knight, because then he has access to e2. There we go. I called it. I could go f4, and then if he plays f5, it's not so bad for me. I'm starting to control his bishops a little. So yeah, that's not the worst idea I've ever had. Although there's knight d5 and then f5. No, that's good, right? So, okay, I'm going to gamble with f4. It's a little risky. It's a little risky. He might go h6. Yeah, so I don't mind this. And knight c4. If I trade, I'm left with a bad bishop, and his light squared would be his good bishop, and then I can't contest it either. So, but I don't have great options here. I might have to take it, as miserable as that's going to be. Ugh, it's going to be very miserable. Okay. So this guy's good. This guy is playing well. Um, okay, so I have knight f5 where when he can just go to c7 and I don't really have much of a follow-up. I could go to e4 when if c6. So bishop. So this isn't. Or knight e4 is not so bad, I don't think. But yeah, it's a little. It's still. It's a bit iffy still. It's a little iffy. Maybe I bring in my king. Okay, let's bring in the king. My time's running now too. Yeah, I should not have allowed knight. I forget how that happened. But yeah, this bishop was bad. That was one of my issues. And then the trading of the knights was not great for me. So here, I think I can play this now. And if knight e7, what? He missed it. Now it's game over. Wow. He missed it. I got lucky. I mean, I was in trouble there. But okay. So that'll be fun to analyze from the top here. So yeah, this is the Caro-Kann Tartakower variation. You can also go G takes F6. There's a guy at the tournaments I play at. Actually, he's the president of the British Columbia and Chess Federation. Although, is he still? I think so. How come I only gained 5 points? Because my RD is low. I was telling you about that, the rating deviation. So that's what your rating difference should be if you play enough games. But because your rating deviation is 110, you're basically provisional. So you will gain and lose more points quicker, or period when you play games. Because the system tries to put you where your rating should be quicker. When you play more games, it means your rating is more stable. So winning or losing a game, you will gain or lose fewer points. And to see what your rating deviation is, you can just on chess.com, it doesn't show you this, I don't think. Yeah, but Lichess it does. So if you go to your profile, click on which time control you want to look at, and then it'll see here. See rating deviations. This is as low as you can go. It's 45, and if you can't see it, but if you hover over it, it'll tell you. So yeah, above 110, the rating is considered provisional, and to even be included in the rankings here, well, you can't see it on my screen, but you have to be under 75 RD. Okay, so anyways, yeah, so black can take this way too. There was a player from the 1950s who liked to do that, Bronstein, and also Bent Larsen, I believe, also played this. But it's not too good for black. It's like +1 for white. So yeah, this bishop f5. It's pretty uncommon, but I think it's totally fine to play. And yeah, black is just trying to stop white from getting this battery. And I think optimal is to not play bishop d3. And so yeah, so queen e2. Now, why queen e2? Well, I don't know 100%. I just remember that this is the correct move, or the best move. if we play something else like bishop c4, we're probably still okay. I don't know what the issue might be. I guess queen e7, and then we have to play bishop e3 essentially. Otherwise, we're losing a tempo. And this is probably just fine, but then there might be c5. Yeah, c5 might become an issue. So I gave the check and traded, and I can't remember if trading is good or not. Maybe I shouldn't trade, but yeah, I traded. It's pretty equal, but I would take white here over black every time because of the crippled majority. And yeah, I'm not sure about b4, but I didn't really have a plan here. And also f4 was a little bit experimental. Maybe not b4. Maybe I should have played f5 or f4. I mean, because his bishop gets pretty annoying. So maybe I should have played f4, f4, and then if you play c5. Well, no, I can't. Then I'm just playing f5, right? So, yeah, maybe I should have played f4 here. So f4, and then if he plays f5, then I have bishop d3, and I'm winning a pawn. Yeah, so f4 I think would have been better here. Yeah, now it's too late. And now I think black is slightly better. And then he just blundered here. So had he played bishop e7, I'm not sure what I would have done. I guess we'll never know. I don't know. Probably just keep expanding on the queen side, like a4. And just try to hang tight. I think it should be pretty equal there. Okay, let's look at that with the engine. And while it loads, I'm going to look this up in CPT. Where I keep my openings. And just want to verify what I do play there. Yeah, so I do play 92. And bishop d3, there's nothing wrong. I am totally splitting hairs here. It's literally a 14 cent pawn difference. Although my notes say 92 has a clear best win rate in both the 2400 and 2400 in slow databases as well. Yeah, okay. And then what did he do? So bishop d6. So yeah, queen e2 is right. And he blocked with the queen, right? So I played a perfect game according to the engine, by the way. That's kind of cool. But yeah, so queen e7. Oh, you know, yeah, so I do. Okay, I guess you can play anything here. Yeah, I have to be more open to that. But you can, I have queen takes e7 as the top move, but f4 and h4 are also totally fine here. So, yeah, h4, interesting. And what else did it say? Bishop c4? No, f4. Actually, I'm going to run 5 lines on this. Whoops. Oh, Stupid computer. Turn off the engine so it works. There we go. Yeah, sorry. So H4 was apparently another option here. This used to be one of my favorite lines, the openings to play against this Tartakower, but it's super solid. I don't like it as much anymore playing against it, but because it is pretty dang equal. Okay, well, there's not really anything to learn from according to the quick analysis, but let's see if we go a little bit deeper. Bishop c4 is not in the top 5 lines. It wants to play f4 or h4, bishop d2. So f4, if he plays f5, I think I can just go bishop d3, right? Yeah. So yeah, I should have, yeah, f4 would have been a little bit better. And castling, I'm really splitting hairs on the eval differences. So b4 is not in the top 5. Again, f4, constantly f4 or a4. I think one of the problems with b4 is it's a little too, well, for one thing, all my pawns being on dark squares here, this bishop is a little bit awkward, my dark squared bishop. And also, it weakens my light squares a little bit. Then I can't trade this off. But it's, yeah. So better was, again, f4, a4. But I'm talking about like a 20 or 30 cent-a-pawn difference. I finally play f4. Computer prefers rook f3. Yeah, I didn't consider that, but it makes sense. Although now it's saying rook f1 is just as good. But I guess I could have considered rook f3. And yeah, I had to take king f2. Computer's suggesting maybe a4 here, but this was okay. Until what time? Well, once I get tired. Lately, I've as I said at the start of the stream, I've just been so busy lately that I just don't have too much time to play chess. So, when I had more time, I would stream from like 7 p.m. until midnight. You know, I'd stream for like 4 or 5 hours every night. Every night I would stream for like, yeah, three to 5 hours. More like 3 to 4 hours, honestly. But these days I've been, yeah, just so busy with work and other things. I'm only getting about an hour and a half to 2 hours of stream time. And then I'm not even doing it every day. I'm doing it like every second day on average. But to answer your question, yeah, around midnight, because that's when I get tired and turn into a pumpkin. So here, yeah, so knight e4 was fine, and then, yeah, he blundered. So bishop e7 is the best move, and then what does it suggest for us here? Nothing special, any move. So f5 is interesting. I don't think I would have considered f5. So if g5, we could just play g4. h4 is apparently an idea as well. Yeah, he can't take because rook h1 starts to give white chances. And if he defends it, I guess he's still fine here. It's actually a pretty kind of like dead position for the most part. So I do wonder if I should, like, the position is just so solid. The opening is so solid for white, or for black, that I wonder if I should try to find something that's sharper in response to it. I guess they don't have to take, so maybe I could, third main here is knight j5. That might lead to interesting lines. I might have to look into that. It's kind of like the modern variation. Well, now this is more like the classical line, but there's no h4. Maybe it's not super sharp. Yeah, but yeah, this Tartakower is so solid, super. It's like the Berlin type of solid. It's actually similar to the Berlin, except there's way more pieces on the board. This is called the Alekhine Gambit. This could be interesting. It's not very popular. Or is it in the Lee Chess database? Is it more popular? It's not very popular. The Alekhine Gambit. I should look into that. So why is it called a gambit? Oh, because we're giving the D pawn. And the eval is pretty equal. But I should look into this. This is kind of an interesting. Although, hang on, that's not best. This is similar to a line in the Berlin, actually, a very similar idea. White gives up a pawn. Yeah, it's like there's an anti-Berlin line that this reminds me of. Yeah. Whoops. Wonder what other ideas are there here. There's a lot of different ways white can play here. Queen d3 is a thing. Okay, anyways, I'm actually going to end the stream there. So I just played one game. Sorry for the short stream, but I spent so long. It took me 2 tries of the puzzle streak, unfortunately. Yeah, I miss the old days where I played so much chess. I had a lot more free time, but sometimes you have to adult. Yeah. Plus, the whole puzzle streak thing is really taking a lot of my game time away. That's the other thing. But I don't know. I feel like I should be doing it. It's just forcing yourself to do the puzzles and practice tactics and calculation and pattern recognition. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy doing the puzzle streak, but there's a lot of chess that I don't enjoy, like reading books and stuff. But I do it to try to improve. I'll do whatever it takes to try to improve. It's not going very well right now, lately, but I think that's more just because I've been so busy with work. Okay, enough blabbering. I'm going to end it there. I'm very tired. I probably won't stream tomorrow because it's chess club. Now, something that's interesting is I've considered filming from the chess club, but I have a couple of reservations about doing that. One being we play in a restaurant and the owners of the restaurant might not want me filming and the customers might not want me filming. Even if I don't show people's faces, that I could definitely see that being a problem. And the second thing is the players might not want me filming. But there's some colorful characters at the club, and yeah, that it could be interesting to watch. I don't know. I've been thinking about it. I've also been thinking about starting a chess club for kids here, but I'm too busy. I got so much stuff going on. I don't really have time for that. Okay. Sorry for the speech. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Have a good night.